Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today to revisit in terms of the farmability now that a month has basically passed since the introduction of Annihilator characters. We also see under the events here for the Annihilation Showcase, there's only 4 days remaining. So now we can take a look, guys. Now that they've revised and changed how the free-to-play method of character shards coming into the game is, was it as bad as we all speculated? Now we have more information to take a look at as well. Especially given that Thanos never really got a true event for himself specifically, but there were so many times where you could get, a shard or two from him, specifically from Arena. He persisted to be the most recurring Annihilator or fragment out of all of this, and as well, there was also opportunities along the way if you were taking advantage of some of the milestone events where, for example, this Thanos Crusade. Again, still 4 days remaining. And able to get some orbs and shards along the way if you were able to do that. So I want to show you guys here. These are my shard counts right now. The only time I used power cores was originally to get their unlock at 100 shards. The reason my gladiator here is past 6 stars is because I actually got lucky and got the 100 shard drop on him as well. But you can see, guys, respectively, these characters all came out near the start of August, right? I think if I'm looking at my spreadsheet here, Gladiator first came out on August 6th, Gore was on August 14th, and Thanos Endgame on August 23rd. And now it's September 27th, so it's basically been a month plus, and these are where my current star levels are currently, right? So it looks like Gore, even without the 100 shard unlock, I would have been, well past 4 stars here. Actually, still well past 5 stars, because 120 subtract 100, we would still be at the 5-star mark. Thanos Endgame's definitely been the worst for myself, because if you take away the 100 shards that I used to unlock him, he would be sitting at the 3-star unlock, so he was definitely the worst for sure. And then, like I said before, Gladiator got super duper lucky with the 100 shard drop, and I also used power cores to unlock him directly, so he would have been comfortable as well at 5 stars. So a month later, guys, Gladiator, Gore, average folks that wouldn't have used any power cores would have been close to 4 or 5 stars for these characters, and then Thanos Endgame at 3 stars respectively. Now let's take a look at the newer characters that have come into the game, especially the newest team being Orchis, right? Sentinel, his event was actually last week. Although this is the newest team, it's kind of funny how the release methods actually got better for these newer characters. So Sentinel, he was introduced into the game on September 2nd, and we had his free-to-play event actually last week. So it was actually 2 weeks later. It was 2 weeks later that his free-to-play event came, which was 2 weeks faster than what we saw with the Annihilator characters. And now it's kind of funny because this 3-piece here, if you're utilizing Sentinel, Scientist Supreme, and Lady Deathstrike, they are able to actually, get through a lot of the content for the Omega Orchis tech section right now. So it's kind of nice that they're at least giving us a band-aid solution. But aside from that, right, if you take a look here at Nimrod as well as Omega Sentinel, the downside with these characters is that we're not even close, right? You can see here Nimrod, we're a couple weeks in now, only 20 shards. Not sure if there's a free-to-play event coming for him. And for what I've seen anyways, it's not important to have Omega Sentinel for the tech section anyways. You can probably get it done with the 4-piece plus a mixture of some sort of hybrid 5th-piece plug-and-play character. So that's the good news, right? We can actually get it done without her. But yeah, the one nice little surprise from this change, I think, was the fact that Sentinel came a lot earlier. And I'd be okay with that. I think I would be okay with that if this is going to be the new way moving forward. And there is going to be always that one featured character out of the 3 new characters where they're going to get a little bit more love. And obviously the free-to-play event, like I said, came a lot earlier than a lot of folks speculated. So that was huge. And now, look, we're even close to 4 stars on him, and it's only been, like I said, a few weeks. When he got introduced at the start of the month, pretty unreal. So overall, guys, I think there was a little bit more timeline added into the Annihilator characters because of the fact that they were relevant in Arena and they were kind of demoing it. But there were some pretty extreme timelines with it being a month later, right? Now, things to look forward to. Night Stalkers is next, right? You can actually see that they're officially added into the game now. So you can see Blade, Man-Thing, Oath, respectively, their profiles are in. We know Moon Knight and Agatha are part of this new team now, so we're definitely bringing them up. And Blade is going to be the first character coming. He's going to be introduced next week. So we could probably expect, hopefully, some event in the next couple weeks here, or maybe 2-3 weeks, based on the timeline we've seen in the past events already. That could be very, very possible for sure. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting, guys. Let me know what your game plan is, what you're focused on. But then Man Thing and Oath are gonna be following, and kind of similar story to what's happening in Orchis, right? If there's a way that we can figure out that a 3-piece or a 4-piece works, then I'm not entirely too worried about collecting the full team now. Maybe that's kind of the new reality of things, is that we have to min-max things in a way that like we can get the job done without the full team. And then for those that want to spend, for those that want to, get the full access to the team, as a premium, that's when and the players will actually be playing for that and get that exclusivity. But in the meantime, yeah, we just have to keep up what we're doing, guys. Like the nice thing about this was that we, even without Orchis, we were finding out some other ways to kind of truck through. If your alliance was kind of, bandwagoning together in one lane and powering through that, that's what we did for tech. I think most of us only had Pegasus and some sort of mixture of the Sinister Superior 6 characters, right? So definitely great to see that update. But yeah, I'm curious to hear what your guys' thoughts are. I'm curious to hear where your guys' Annihilator characters ended up being. But yeah, that's what it ended up being for myself, right? If I take away the 100 shard unlocks for these characters, we're actually sitting at a pretty healthy spot. Like I said, Gore would have been 5 stars. Thanos Endgame would have had the worst. Maybe my luck has just been terrible, but yeah, he would have been the only character at 3 stars here, close to a 4-star. And then my Gladiator still would have been well north of 5 stars. So I'm pretty happy with that. With this update, especially with now them obviously giving us value in Arena, Dark Dimension, most recently the Escape from Killing event. So value across the board. Now it's about keeping an eye out for how is this going to impact future teams coming to the game, coming to Marvel Strike Force, because now that we know that there's going to be a preferred character that has a set event with more shards coming, in this case Sentinel, characters like Nimrod, Omega are kind of placed on the back burner for a bit, but in all fairness, we may not need them. We didn't need them for Escape from Kiln, and like I said, a 3 or 4 piece synergy, if you're working with your alliance mates, you're able to do it. Like, take a look at this, right? Like our most recent Orchis raid right now, we were able to do all of tech, and most of us don't have the full 5-piece team, so that's what I mean. Mind you, this is difficulty 2, but just food for thought in the future. Anyways, that's the update, guys. Now that we finally have a chance here to wrap things up here with the full Annihilators team being released and showcase ending, preparing for the next Night Stalkers event. So thank you for your time as always. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.